Good morning. How's everybody doing? Good afternoon, good evening, depending on where in the world you are. This is Rich here on behalf of Rich TV Live. Hope you had a great weekend. Hope you're having a fantastic morning. So today I want to speak to you about Genesis Metals, which is a gold exploration company focused on advancing the Chevrier Gold deposit in Quebec, Canada. Now, if you know me, you know that I'm very bullish on gold. I'm a huge fan of gold, big fan of gold. And Genesis Metals is one that I think has a lot of potential. The Canadian symbol is GIS, and the US symbol is GGISF. This is what it looks like here. This is the chart. You can see the 5-day chart. It's come down with the price of gold. You look at the 1-year chart, you can see it's been as high as 44 cents and been as low as 16 cents and currently right now right at 22. So I still believe there's a lot of upside to get to these higher levels. If gold goes higher, we could see a little bit lower, which would be a fantastic entry point. I think 16 cents is a phenomenal entry point for this company. But even think where it's at right now, I think it's reasonably priced, considering the fact that gold's been going down. So it might be the time to position yourself and think about getting into this deal. Now remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes. Always do your own due diligence. Always do your own research before you invest in anything that we talk about here on Rich TV Live. I've trapped this already. I've already trapped this stock. And we're going to be looking to see what type of movement it has, if any, this morning. And symbol in America, GGISF. Let's see if I can pull that up too. See if there's any liquidity in America whatsoever. Okay, it's at 16.78 in America. So hasn't really moved much yet. Oh, and let's look at the Canadian side. Looks like we have some action here. Oh, sorry, here we go. There we go, just like that. We're up 9%, folks, just like that. Bam, bam, bam. So you can see it already ripped through the trap, and a candle is formulating right here. We're already at 24 cents. And you can see this candle is opening right now. It's already traded 56,000 shares. And it's up 9% already. So if you got into this, as soon as I talked about it, you're already up 9%. And let's see if it goes even higher. It'd be nice to see it go higher. In the meantime, while this is climbing and we're watching this, and we'll keep our eye on this, let's go through the presentation, learn more about this company. Yo, what's up, Dynamic Beast? How you doing, bro? Good to see you this morning, man. Are you trading this morning? The US symbol is GGISF. GGISF. Just let the people know in the group chat here that our pick is already up. Let's take a look at some of our other picks. See if there's any movement on those. Look at this, Greenbrier, guys. Told you guys it was one of my top secret picks. They're already up 19% at $3.57. That's a very good sign. GIS, I brought it to you this morning. It was up 9%, now up 6.82%. Volume is starting to grow. It was a green candle up here, and now it's starting to turn into a little bit of a red candle, a little bit of selling. So let's just see what happens here with GIS. And if you want to see all the major players that are moving right now, just let everyone know in the group chat, my pick today, GGISF in America, GGISF. Let everyone know my pick is already up in the group chat. You on your way to work right now? Have yourself a great day, brother. Hope you had a good night trading last night. Okay. We'll take a look at this. GIS, as you can see here, 23.5 cents. And we're going to break this down. Okay. Let's take a look at some of the latest news. Genesis Metals reports initial phase 1 drilling results from Chevrier Gold Project, Quebec. And you can break down all the news here from the last press release here, which was just last week. So this news is just starting to circulate right now, and people are just getting to know this. And you can see here the stock is up 6.82%. The volume is 86,000 shares, so the volume is just growing. All right, so we're sitting here at 23.5 cents. And in America, we're just waiting to see some volume happen here. We're at 16.78 in America, GGISF in America, and GIS in Canada. Now, I want to get into this a little bit further and get to know this a little bit more. So these are some of the investment highlights. Quebec, top-tier mining jurisdiction, excellent infrastructure with First Nations and community support, proven management team, recently expanded technical team with track record of success, member of the Discovery group of companies. Now, you guys know that I'm very bullish on gold, love gold stocks. I think there's huge upside and potential with gold stocks right now, especially because gold has been going down. If we actually go to Market Watch, we get an idea of what's going on with gold right now. Now remember, gold is like the safe haven. So if the market continues to go up, which it just keeps going up, then gold is usually bearish because it's the place where people put their money when the market goes down. When the market goes down and there's volatility, people buy gold. But the market's going up, so what's happening is people are pulling out of gold, considered the safe haven, because they're putting money in stocks most likely. So that's why you see that we have a lot of green right now on the Dow Jones, the S&P 500, the NASDAQ, the Global Dow, and gold is struggling to try to maintain even 1,700. We're just under 1,700 right now. It is up a little bit, but if the market was down, I would assume that gold would be going up. But because the market's going up, this is why gold has actually started to come down a little bit. But it doesn't mean that gold isn't strong, and I still am very bullish on gold personally. Still very bullish on gold personally. Okay, I have alerts set on my computer here telling me when things are happening. So Chevrier Gold Project is in Quebec. It's a current NI 43101 resource as of February 2019. Large property, 290 kilometers with potential for new high-grade discoveries. Deposits are open for expansion with high-grade areas, not yet systematically targeted. This is what it looks like here. You can see the Chevrier property. These are the Chevrier project details. 35 kilometers southwest of Chipougamau, Quebec, with excellent infrastructure. Covers 15 kilometers of gold endowed fan camp, deformation zone, opportunity to identify new high-grade discoveries. Chevrier deposit indicated resource, 395,000 ounces of gold, averaging 1.45 grams per ton. Chevrier deposit inferred resource, 297,000 ounces of gold, averaging 1.33 grams a ton, and potential to expand tonnage and grade of existing resource. You can see the Chevrier mineral resource estimate. And you can see the management and directors. See the management team and directors. And you can see the Chevrier project milestones and properties going into 2020, Q1 to Q4, modeling high-grade domains, drill target definition and drilling for high-grade extensions, follow up, refine, and prioritize new regional targets, trenching, drill testing, new targets. And you can see the share structure. Guys, I love tight share structures. Absolutely love tight share structures. That's really my thing. If you know me, you know that I am a huge fan of tight share structures. And I'm not a huge fan of loose tight share structures. 41 million shares, guys. I mean, that's tight. That's issued outstanding, fully outstanding with fully diluted, including options and warrants and everything else. 57 million shares. I think this is a really tight float. I love low floaters that are tight because it allows these things to really move. And let's see how it's moving today. Let's refresh this. And you can see it's already moving. Already up 6%, and a lot of that is due to the fact that it's got a tight float, right? Tight float, responsibly held, not diluting the stock, not putting too many people into this, so it drives the price down because there's too many sellers. So this is a very good share structure. To me, that's one of the keys when looking at a company. Obviously, it has to have a good company, strong management team, has to be a business that has a chance to be profitable, not too much debt, and a tight share structure. Right here, you could see a very tight share structure. So that looks really good. I like that. Okay, that's the fact sheet. Now we're going to look at some more highlights here. Large property with potential for new high-grade discoveries. This is very important. We want to know that we're going to be able to discover more gold. Deposits are open for expansion with high-grade areas, not systematically targeted to date. Funded for 2020 planned exploration. Okay, so you can see here, Genesis Metals, Discovery Group, collectively leveraging industry relationships, global knowledge, and proven technical skills, providing economies of scale, buying power, and increased profile for each company, attracting great people, capital, and high-quality deal flow. Dynamic B says, the symbol for Greenbrier is GEBRF. That's the symbol for Greenbrier. You were 7 for 8 yesterday? Good job, bro. Yo, how you doing, Robert? How you doing this morning? It's 20 cents there? Let's see. Is it going up? GGISF, I still see it showing up as 16 cents, but it might be delayed here. So we'll see if that changes. You can see Greenbrier did go as high as 359. It's starting to come down now. We're still up 8% right now. So it had a huge jump up and now it's starting to consolidate. Now 319. So had a huge move up and now it's starting to sell off a little bit. Let's see what happens here and how this continues. GIS. We can take a look at gold. The price of gold starting to come down actually right now. So obviously that's going to have an effect on GIS because it's a gold exploration company. So whenever you're looking at gold prices of gold stocks, you always want to look at the price of gold, and you can see the price of gold is coming down, which is kind of bearish for gold stocks. It's not bullish for gold, it's bearish for gold. You can see here GRB after a big move up to 359, it's coming back down here. Big red candle. So let's see what happens here. Now, if we want to take a look at the markets, we click on markets. You can see that we see green. And if I go to top gainers, I can see all the top gainers of the day already here. ENOB, XOG, NE, just to mention some of the big gainers today, early on. Okay, and we're going to Continue to look at all the markets and take a look at all the news. As you can see here, so far, we're looking like we're going into a green day. All right, if you guys have any questions, please let me know. Look at SCL, and I'm in. SCL, I'll take a look at that. SCL, let's take a look. SCL up 16.9%. Nice chart on this one. Good job, Phil. Good work on that one. Oh, you can see that Ggisf is now starting to open up in America. Has opened up already a little bit. 2,000 shares have traded. It's up 1%. GIS in Canada up 6.8%. You can see here that Jim Patterson is Principal Discovery Group Chairman and CEO of Valor Metals Group. So they got some strong management. Darren Klink, CEO and President of Bluestone Resources, a company that I've actually interviewed. I've actually interviewed Darren. So they got some powerful executives on this team, guys. Claudia from Dunedin Ventures. Like, look at all these other players from other gold and other mining companies. So they've got some really good executives and principals involved with Genesis Metals Group, tightly held. And I think this is a company that you guys should be really looking at. You can see some of the companies that some of their management have been working with and have been a part of and are currently a part of. So you can see some big names here on this list. Bluestone Resources is actually one that I've talked about that's done quite well. And you can see some of the other companies here. And then it breaks down all the management and directors. So you can see everybody that is a part of it and some of their experience. Huge experience, as you can see. Massive experience. Okay. So you can see a lot of very experienced management here. Like Jim Patterson, former director of Quebec Gold, acquired by Gold Corp for $500 million. These are some big players that are part of this. And obviously they see some potential here. So the question is, do you guys see potential? And I'd love to know what you guys think, because this is a company that is underappreciated, underexposed, undervalued. And I haven't heard anybody talk about this company before. So I wanted to bring it to your attention and make sure that you guys are aware. Now, remember, Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes. Always do your due diligence. Always do your research before you invest in anything that we talk about here on Rich TV Live. Always invest in the best. The best is blessed. So you always want to invest in the best stocks. Okay? Now, we do trade Forex. As you can see here, the GBP USD is going up. Why? The US dollar is going down because the US market is going up. When the US market goes up, the US dollar typically goes down. Okay? If I go to USD JPY, I have price alerts on these pairs. And you can see the price alert set. It's hitting this alert. I can cancel this alert. Move that out of the way so it doesn't make any more noise, because these are alerts that I set up. I can set up alerts with Webull on anything I want. I can set up alerts on gold, right? Obviously, we're talking about a gold stock. Gold is kind of been going down. See this trend down? So that's going to have effect on the price of gold stocks, right? And some of the gold stocks that I'm watching, obviously, look at GGISF today, guys. Look at this now. You're going to see this big candle show up here. Up 22% in America. Ggisf. Look at that big green candle. Look at that. Wow. You guys like that or what? So it's like I just talk about a stock and boom, it goes up 22%. So huge green candle here on Ggisf. That's on the 5-minute chart. We don't see much on any other chart except for the 5-minute. But this is a nice big green candle on the 5-minute on Ggisf. And in Canada, we still see them up 6.82% now at 23.5 cents and traded just under 100,000 shares. So 100,000 shares at 23 cents is about $23,000 in liquidity that's come through this stock already, and the market hasn't even been open for half an hour. Not bad for a stock that's, very small company that people don't really know much about yet. You could see this big move here, up 22% so far on the 5-minute candle. So it's going to be interesting to see if this momentum will continue up, or will this come back down with a little bit of selling, or is it just because most people don't even know, and are people just starting to learn about this and pick it up now? Okay, GRB, I told you guys this is one of my top picks for June 2020. They've been on fire. They are already up 10% today. They were up big early at 359, consolidated. That's probably the shorts, and now they're starting to go up again. Traded 358,000 shares, up 9% at 325. And then we'll look at GIS again, and you could see that it's traded 96,000 shares. Now, if we take a look at some of the picks that were moving last week that I was talking about, Genius Brands had a major move last week. Then it started getting shorted by the shorts. It came up again this morning, and now it looks to me like it's getting shorted again by the shorts again. So this is getting a lot of downward pressure right now. So if you got in on this and it was up, that was your chance to sell, okay? Don't be greedy when you get in stocks. If you see profits, take them, okay, guys? Take your profits because you just don't know when the shorts are going to attack. And typically after you see a stock run like this, right, you see it run like Genius Brands did all the way up to $11, that's your chance to sell. There's no reason to be greedy and hold because, look, now it's back down to 5. So if you saw this run from pennies to dollars and this was at $11, that was your gift from the heavens to sell. And hopefully you did. And if you did, you had a chance to win super big. And if you didn't, then you really need to work on your selling. That's really what it goes down to. We're going to continue to look at GIS here. Let's look at the 1-minute chart. See if we can see anything happening here. The 5-minute, now we've got 102,000 shares. So you can see the shares just keep going. So somebody's buying this. 100,000 shares at 23 cents. Somebody's bought $23,000 worth of the stock so far. And we're going to watch it very closely. We've already got it trapped. You can see it did come above the trap, the 1-hour candle, and we're just going to watch to see where it goes from here. Okay, if you guys have any other picks that I should be watching, please let me know. I'll pull them up live while we're live. I'm going to continue to go through this presentation here and learn more about this company. Now remember, guys, Rich TV Live is strictly for education and entertainment purposes. Always do your own due diligence. Always do your own research before you invest in anything that we talk about here at Rich TV Live. You can see the property here, see the project, see other properties in the vicinity. These are some of the highlights. Which I spoke on some of this earlier. So Genesis has a large land position, excellent access to infrastructure, paved highways, forestry roads, power lines, rail lines, airport, mining friendly area. So you can see the property here and the project. So Chevrier Project Regional Gold Resources, very active exploration area. So this is an area where there's been many other projects and there is a lot of activity. Over 6.7 million ounces of gold produced in the greater district of Shibugagma or Shipugagmao. And when you typically have an area with a lot of resources, that typically means that you've got a very good chance of pulling a lot of gold out of the ground, guys. And considering this is a 22-cent stock in Canada, it's actually even more in America now. 23.5 cents in Canada, and in America now, 20 cents. It's just getting started. Look, it's only traded 6,000 shares in America. Nobody even knows. 102,000 shares in Canada. These guys are just getting started, and they've got tight share structure. They've got strong management team, and they're in a zone that's got a lot of gold. It's good, guys. This looks good to me. This is the old press release where they were talking about their phase 1 drilling program. So let's take a look at the main zone. So you can see all the different tons of gold that are there. This is the main zone oblique plane plan view. So you can see the drilling highlights all the way from 2017. And this is the main zone block model, vein long section. So you can see all the veins and where there is enormous potential. And you can see the arrows are pointing to the zones that they're really highlighting. Most drilling between surface and 200 meters depth. Clear evidence for plunging high-grade chutes and sparse drilling and open to depth. So you can see their drilling intercepts and the Chevrier Project gold grades. And these are the top 20 gold intercepts. So you can see all of them here on this chart. And with gold stocks, I'm always looking at the price of gold, guys. I'm always looking at the price of gold. I will literally come here and I will look at the price of gold. And if gold is doing well, gold stocks might do well that day. If gold is struggling, chances are gold stocks will struggle. And there's a few gold stocks that I really look at, kind of my go-tos. I'm going to show you which ones they are right now. So in America, Kinross Gold, huge gold play that I'm a big fan of. KGC, it's Kinross Gold. It's up slightly, but not much, barely up. Symbol in Canada is K. Still reasonably priced. I still think it could potentially go lower if the price of gold keeps going down. It was much lower before. It was at $4. Now it's at $8. So it's already made a big move when the price of gold exploded. Still think this could go back to $4 to $6 if gold goes lower, but if the market comes down, I fully expect this to go higher. That's kind of what I'm thinking with the markets. Nova Gold Resources is another one of my favorite gold plays. You could see it is down today. Huge sell-off, huge red candle. You could see it's at 870. If we go to the 3-month chart, we can see it was as high as 1285. And was as low as 465. So we're kind of right in the middle right now. So it could go lower here, it could go higher there. We're kind of right in the middle. Tough time to pick like where it's going to go. Tough way to kind of predict right here as a trader. So kind of positioning myself trying to figure out where it's going to go from here. But if the market continues to go higher, I fully expect this to go lower. If the market goes lower, I fully expect this to come back up to these higher levels. And we're kind of in the middle, so it's going to be interesting to see what happens. And then the other one, which is Barrick Gold, symbol gold. My favorite gold play, giant, $23 stock on the New York Stock Exchange. You could see it was as high as $28.50. That was the high. You could see in the last 3 months, it was as low as 13. currently at 23 and was as high as 28.50. So we're still in the higher end of the zone here. I can go to line style, baseline, and you could see we were much lower, we've been much higher, and we've come down, but we're still relatively high. So I still think there's room for this to come down further, but you never know. You know, if the market crashes and gold explodes, we could see all these gold stocks take off again. Okay? But I like to look at all of this when I'm looking at junior miners to give me a better idea of what I think is going on in the gold market and what could potentially happen with this gold stock. Because as an investor, you're always trying to predict the future, right? You're always trying to figure out what's going to happen next. What's going to happen tomorrow? What's going to happen the next day? What's going to happen next month? What's going to happen next year? These are the things you're trying to predict as an investor, right? You're trying to predict what's going to happen next. And with gold, because I'm very bullish on gold, I'm always trying to figure out what the next move is on gold, okay? But like I said, the reason why gold is going down right now is because of the fact that the market's going up. And if the market continues to go up, I anticipate that gold will continue to go down. Okay? You can see gold's at 1697. And it is somewhat green right now. But if we continue to see green in the Dow today, I wouldn't even be surprised to see gold go red. Honestly, if the Dow continues to climb. Now you can see the NASDAQ is in the red, so that could have an effect on things. And oil is actually in the red today after having a huge run up from being minus all the way to, you know, around 40 bucks last week. And now it's right around 38.89, just under $39. So it's been a very bullish run, but I still think oil has to go to $50 to $60 in order for this sector of oil to even be profitable. So I still think there's a lot of upside here for oil, in my opinion. And I do believe there's a lot of upside for gold too, because the Dow is around all-time highs. And if this Dow goes back down for any reason, then you would anticipate that gold would then shoot up. But because the Dow is climbing up, that is very bearish for gold. If this continues up, I'd anticipate gold would go down. And vice versa. Okay? But as you can see here, gold is at 1690 right now. Over here. $23 gold targets identified with Genesis Metals. 23 gold targets identified for this 23-cent stock that nobody knows about, guys. I don't know. Something's up here. I have a feeling. 8 high priority targets. And you could see all the 8 high priority targets here. And parallel breaks with 20 kilometers of largely untested potential. That is huge. Remember, this is an early stage junior miner. Okay, GIS in Canada, GGISF in America. So you can see the project 2019 sampling and the geological and structural compilation. And you can see the 2017 milestones and priorities all the way to Q1 to Q4 2020. And their milestones and priorities for 2020, modeling high-grade domains, drill target definition and drilling for high-grade and extensions, follow-up, refine, and prioritize new regional targets, trenching, drill testing, new targets. This is the October gold property, Southwest Abitibi. They have a right to acquire 100%. Located in the southern Tsxv Greenstone belt, considered to be the western extension of the Cadillac Larder Lake Break, where over 62 million ounces of gold has been produced. 200-kilometer Otcqb gold property straddles the Rideout deformation zone. This is what it looks like here. And you can see Kirkland Lake, which is another major gold project. Huge. Let's take a look at Kirkland Lake, actually. That's actually another one that's done extremely well. Kirkland Lake. 127 bucks? Wow. Kirkland Lake. I don't know why Kirkland Lake isn't pulling up. Here's Kirkland Lake, KL. KL. Here it is. Kirkland Lake on the New York Stock Exchange. So you can see here, Kirkland Lake is at $37, guys. And Kirkland Lake is right next door. Right there. Kirkland Lake. $37. $37. And these guys are at 23 cents. And there's a project right next door that's at $37. Sounds good to me. Sounds like a winner to me. And that's kind of what you have to do with gold projects is you got to look at who's in their neighborhood. And there's a bunch of winners in their neighborhood and they're just early stage. And there's a bunch of strong management on their team. They know something, guys. And chances are these guys will be the next one to explode. Because look at who they're surrounded with. Look, IAMGOLD is right here. IAMGOLD is right there. Let's take a look at IAMGOLD. Pull up. IAMGOLD. IMG. Let's take a look at IMG. So look at IAMGOLD right next door as well, $4.80. So you got all these projects right next door to this little baby project that nobody knows about, and all these projects are huge projects beside this project that nobody's really heard of, Genesis Metals, GIS, and GGISF. These are literally the first time most people have ever heard of this company. And that's why I think the potential is so great. Because when you look at all the projects around it, Newmont, IAMGOLD, you could see that they are surrounded by winners that are trading at much higher prices, much higher market caps, much more recognized companies. And that's because this is an undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed opportunity. Emerging gold camp on trend with Newmont's Borden Gold Mine and IAMGOLD's Cote Lake deposit. These guys are surrounded by other miners. This is extremely bullish for me, guys, in my opinion. Extremely, extremely bullish. You can see here, the stars indicate major gold deposits. The gold star. The pink star here, significant gold occurrences. The blue rectangle is the property boundary. And then you can see the road. So these are all the reasons why you should invest in Genesis Metals. And it's kind of similar to what I just said. Proven management team, recently expanded technical team with a strong track record of success, focused on the Abitibi Greenstone belt, one of the most gold-endowed areas of the planet, with 170 million ounces of historic production. That is epic. If you got an area that's got a lot of gold, then chances are if you've got a piece of that territory, you're going to find some gold, right? And that's why I believe this is undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed. Excellent infrastructure, road, rail, power, skilled labor force with local First Nations and community support. That is huge. You want to be able to get support from the First Nations and from the community so they don't block your roads and they don't block your projects. Large land position, 290 kilometers, with existing gold resource open to expansion and additional potential for new high-grade discoveries. High-grade gold component to current resource, a focus of current exploration. Financed for 2020, which is right now, folks. You could see their contact information. They're located here in Vancouver. And Dr. David Terry is the president and CEO. So this is Genesis Metals Corp investor presentation. And you can see they're currently at 20.5 cents in America, up 22% right now, and up 6.82% in Canada. And at 23.5 cents, you can see they have traded 126,000 shares. Let's see if bar chart has an opinion on them. So you can see bar chart still has an 88% sell on them. Now remember, bar chart is talking about previous, and gold has been in a bear market recently. It's been going down. You can see that this has come down from around 40 cents all the way back down to the 20-cent range now that gold has been coming down. So this has been very bearish. You can see the average volume is 533,000 shares. So it actually has a pretty good average volume. We're already at 126,000, so we're way below the average volume. So still more volume to come most likely today. You can see they are up 14% in the last month and 56% in the last 3 months. So they've already made a move up, most likely due to the fact that gold was bullish. You can see some of their news here, which we touched on. And if we were to read this, it just says, up here, Genesis Metals Corp is engaged in the acquisition and exploration of mineral property interests in Canada. The company is focused on the Chevrier Gold Project in the southwest of Chipougamau, Quebec. The Chevrier Gold property covers 15 kilometers of the Fan Camp Deformation Zone, an emerging mineralized belt undergoing extensive exploration by multiple companies, including several industry players, including the high-grade Monster Lake gold discovery, which is being explored by Toma Gold and IM Gold. Genesis Metals holds 100% interest in the October gold property located in the southern Tsxv Greenstone belt in Benton Township, Ontario. Okay, you can see here gold is going up little by little. So is the market, which is interesting. Typically when the market goes up, gold goes down. But I think people are just starting to believe that this is the bottom for gold. And that's probably why you're seeing people are starting to buy it up right now. We'll see. That remains to be seen. But we'll see exactly what that means. But yeah, you can see that it went up, had a little dip, it was down, went up, had a dip. It's kind of climbing up now. And I think that there's just too many buyers of gold that believe that it's a buying opportunity. Now you can see a lot of gold stocks down that we've looked at. Nova Gold's down 5%. Kinross Gold's down. Barrick Gold's down. So you can see gold stocks are down for the most part. Kirkland Lake is down. IMG is down. But then there's GIS. We're talking about it, and they're up. That's a good sign. And in America, up 22%. Now, it hasn't traded lots of volume yet in America. Only 6,000 shares. So don't go crazy on it, but definitely put on your watch list, put it on your radar. Some of the picks that we've talked about having a big day right now, Greenbrier, up 14%. And in America, up 13%. So good to see these moves. Hopefully this continues. If there's any other picks you guys want me to look at right now while we're live, please let me know. Did I buy shares of GIS? No, not yet. I'm just learning about this company and bringing it to you guys right now. And I'd love to know what you guys think. Love to know your guys' opinion on this. Do you guys like it? I like it. If I do buy shares, I will let you know. What I did buy shares in, I'll let you know right now. I own shares in these guys. And they were at 21.5. They were at 21 cents pre-market. They opened up at 20.5. I bought this last week at 18.5. I'm already up on this, and I think there's a lot of upside here. Network Media, NTE. I'm a shareholder here. I'm a shareholder of Benton Resources, BEX, currently at 11 cents. I'm a shareholder here. These are mining companies, guys, that I own. I'm a shareholder of LBC right here. I'm a shareholder of these guys. You can see they did open at 11.5 cents and they immediately sold off. Currently at 10 right now. I'm a shareholder here. These are just early junior miners that I'm very bullish on and I think have a lot of upside potential. And I think I'm really early on. I'm not really worried about the 10 cents. I'm just getting in early, and whenever they make moves, I'll make moves on it. I mean, 10 cents, 11 cents, I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about getting in before they explode. Okay, so LBC, BEX, and MEC, another one that I own at 4.5 cents. These are all three early stage junior miners that I own, that I like, that I think all have potential. I own them all, and I'm gonna just continue to accumulate them, to be honest with you, at these levels. And hopefully when they take off, I'll be positioned in them. And that's what I'm thinking about them right now. But they're early stage. MEC, LBC, Libero Copper, and BEX. BEX is a palladium deal, and I like palladium, and I like mining stocks. So these are three mining long-term deals that I positioned myself. NTE is a media company, which I positioned myself in, and I just like the story, so I'm going to hold this stock. I mean, I might take profits. We'll see, but I think it could go much higher, so we'll see where it goes. But I'm a fan of those four. I own all four of those. I also a holder of GRB. Told you guys about them. They are climbing right now, up 15%. I am a holder of Greenbrier, and I've been telling you guys about them since they were at $1.50 range, now at $3.45 in Canada, and doing extremely well. So congratulations to everyone who's taking advantage of these moves on Greenbrier. If you are in profit, you need to consider taking profit. And I'm not saying you should sell. I'm just saying you have to consider it. Because you could see last week, it had a huge move up from $100.50 all the way up. It went as high as $4.63, guys, okay? And it came all the way back down to like $2.36. And now it's back up to $3.45. So this has got a lot of volatility right now. A lot of people trying to short it. A lot of people trying to long it. As you can see, the longs are squeezing the shorts today. This is exactly what I talked about on the weekend, and that's exactly what's happening. So congratulations. But don't get greedy, guys. If you're in profit, you got to think about what you're going to do right now, okay? You can see Barrick Gold is now in green. All of a sudden, gold stocks are going green. Look, Kinross Gold is in green all of a sudden. Kinross Gold is in green. So that's very bullish. Is gold going up? Gold's, a little bit going up, but you can see that some of these gold stocks are starting to make moves. And I truly believe we are really early right now with this company, in my opinion. I think we're really, really early with Genesis Metals. As you can see, 126,000 shares, up 6.82%. Let's just go to candle. You can see the candles. It did break through our trap, went up, but it kind of came down a little bit after it went up to 24 cents. There was a little selling. It has traded 145,000 shares now, and we were up 6.82% right now. So the 5-minute candles really are just kind of trading sideways right now. So it went up to 24, came back to 23, and right now it's just kind of staying in this zone. Volume's coming in, it's just not moving. So I don't know if that's people selling or people are holding it down or what, but I just think this is a good story, guys. SCL is up 37%. What? Wow. Nice call, Phil. Good work, bro. BitGraphic says, I'm loving day trading OVV, buying dips and selling highs. OVV. Let's take a look at OVV. And if there's any other picks you guys want me to look at, please let me know. We won't be live for much longer, so just let me know if there's any other picks you want me to look at. OVV up 6% in Canada. Thank you for the pick. And OVV in America up 6.47%. Thank you for sharing these picks. And if there's any other picks you guys think I should be looking at, please let me know. I will pull them up here while we are live. Let's take a look at the markets. Look at top gainers. XOG is a top gainer, guys. XOG, HCCHR, ENOB. These are all top movers right now. SDRL and E. Those are some of the top movers. VAL, CHK. Wow. Cheese Peak Energy. What a move. 80% up. That's crazy. SPCB, RNET. These are all moving, guys. Hey, what's up, June? MMEDF, please. MMEDF. Oh yeah, they don't even have that here. You can see Mind Medicine is up 2%, traded 411,000 shares so far. Let me pull up here. There's Mind Medicine in America, MMEDF. So up 2% in America, Mind Medicine, MMEDF. SQBG up 33%. Nice penny stock. Hey, thank you for sharing. SQBG. SQBG. SQBG at 23 cents, up 33%. Nice trade. Wow. On the NASDAQ, up 33%, 23 cents, and trading 9 million shares. Definitely one to watch here. Definitely one to watch. Thank you, Big Graphics. I like this one. This thing is just screaming. And if I'm trading this, guys, this is the half-an-hour chart. I look at the 15-minute chart. I want to see green. I see green. I look at the 5-minute chart. I want to see green. I see green. I look at the 1-minute chart. I see green. That means go. So if you're looking to buy this, this is very bullish right now. I'm not going to chase it. It's up 33%. I'm just telling you right now that this thing is going up. It's got momentum, and it might continue, right? Because that's where it's going, right? But it could change. It could change in a heartbeat. But right now, it's definitely climbing up. You can see another green candle is formulating here. So this may continue, right? And if you're buying something and you look at the short interval and everything is green and it's just climbing, there's no reason for you to sell, right? But as soon as this starts to turn red and the momentum turns and you're in a buy, that's when you want to get out, okay? All right, guys. Well, we've been live for just under an hour. We're going to say goodbye soon for now. If there's anything else that's moving, anything big that's happening, I'll let you guys know. But I do believe Genesis Metals has a lot of upside. I think it has a lot of potential. You could see here up 6.82%. And I love junior mining stocks. Always been a big fan of junior mining stocks. And this is Genesis Metals website. here. You can go and subscribe to their newsletter. And go to their website and learn more, guys. You can contact them. All their information is on their website. Let's see if there's any videos here. This is David Terry, the CEO. Let's just see what he says here. This was in April 30th, this was filmed.
My name is David Terry. I'm the CEO of Genesis Metals Corporation, and I'm very pleased to give you an overview of the company today. I will be making some forward-looking statements. Genesis is a member of the Discovery Group as well, as Jim just mentioned in the former presentation. We're operating in Quebec, which is one of the best mining jurisdictions in the world, and we're focused on advancing our Chevrier Gold Project in the Chibougamau mining camp, which has a current 43101 resource. It's got a large property package with potential for new discoveries. We're working on better defining some of the high-grade areas within the current deposits, and we're funded for up to 8,000 meters of drilling in 2020. I won't go through in detail the slides on the Discovery Group because Jim mentioned that, but as he said, it's an alliance of public companies focused on mineral exploration. Here's the group of companies with their focus exploration areas shown on this map. Highlights that I'm sure you've heard of include Genesis Metals and Great Bear Resources and Bluestone Resources. He already went through some of the significant transactions. We're very fortunate at Genesis to have a high caliber and extremely talented board of directors and management team with a long track record of making significant discoveries and adding shareholder value. I'm a geologist with more than actually 30 years experience and sit on the boards of a number of companies, including Great Bear Resources. Adrian Fleming, our chairman, is a very experienced geologist who's held a number of executive positions over the years and has been involved with a number of significant discoveries. And also point out Jeff Sundar, who is the executive VP of the company and has been involved with the company since it was formed. We've got a strong group of advisors related to the company, John Robbins and Jim Peterson, principals of the Discovery Group, as well as four very experienced and well-regarded exploration geologists who are listed on the slide here. Genesis has a market capitalization right now of about $10 million. We've got just under 44 million shares outstanding, and about 50% of the stock is held by a group of management advisors and institutional shareholders, including Eric Sprott, Commodity Capital, Gold 2000, and Delbrook Capital. We're focused in the Abitibi Greenstone belt in Ontario and Quebec, which is well known for having produced over 170 million ounces of gold over the last century. You can see on the map here a number of the well-known mining camps within the Abitibi Greenstone belt, as well as the location of our Otcqb gold property on the Ontario side down here, and the Chevrier property up in the northeast part of the Quebec portion of the Greenstone belt. Chevrier is located 35 kilometers southwest of the mining community of Chibougamau in Quebec, in an area with great mining infrastructure. We cover more than 15-kilometer extent of the Bandcamp Deformation Zone. The property has a current mineral resource totaling just under 400,000 ounces of indicated resources at 1.45 grams per ton gold, and inferred resources of just under 300,000 ounces, averaging 1.33 grams per ton gold. The great infrastructure in this area really allows for a lot of our exploration work to be done at cost savings compared to comparable resource projects in other areas. We're able to work on the property on more or less a year-round basis. It's a large property covering more than 290 square kilometers.
Okay, guys, so I'm going to continue to do this research and do more due diligence on this company, but I think that this is an early stage company that everyone needs to look at. Genesis Metals. I think that they're undervalued, underappreciated, underexposed. Nobody knows these guys yet. You guys can learn about them first. I'd love to know your opinion. If you like this video, please smash the like button, comment down below, share the video everywhere. Genesis Metals, a gold early stage exploration company with a tight float, strong management team, great properties. I think this is going to be a huge winner, and I think the upside is tremendous for them. So stay tuned. I'm going to continue to watch them. I'm going to continue to give you updates on them. I am going to be interviewing the CEO, so stay tuned to that as well, and you will get a chance to hear directly from the CEO. But I'm going to watch them carefully, and if anything big happens, I'll let you guys know first. Thank you guys for watching. Have a great day. Have a happy Monday. I appreciate you guys for being here. If you're not winning, you're definitely not watching. Once again, we bring you the winners, and we bring them to you first. Thank you guys for watching. This is Rich from Rich TV Live. We'll talk to you soon.